The following program contains mature subject matter. Viewer discretion is advised.
Our next guest contacted us about an embarrassing health issue, but what we found is that the problem was a lot more than just skin deep. Let's have a look.
I'm a booking producer at Dr. Phil. I have to ask people every day about their most intimate, darkest problems. I realized that in order to do that job, I was gonna have to be vulnerable myself. I was sexually abused and raped to essentially 9 years old. When I was 5 years old and had my first binge eating episode, it was in the middle of reoccurring sexual abuse. That kicked my binge eating into overdrive to a daily issue. I thought that I would be obese forever and that binge eating was just gonna be my destiny. By the time I was 12 years old, I was over 300 pounds. I was ridiculed harshly by my peers at school, but I was also ridiculed at home. I started losing weight at 13 because I found the game of tennis. It gave me something to be good at. Within 3 months of playing tennis, I lost 60 pounds. By the time I was 19, I lost an additional 120 pounds. Going from 330 to 180 pounds left my body completely dilapidated. I was deformed. When I was playing tennis, I would wear a bra, put a undershirt on top of it, and then put my tennis shirt on top of that. It's sad. Here I lost all of this weight and I'm wearing my mother's sports bra. I felt like a freak. I'm sitting here at 25 and I still have excess skin. It feels like a blanket. And I'm chronically sweating. I get horrific sweat stains that are like grotesque. I have to carry around makeup pads with me 24 hours a day. I always wear dark colored clothes for 2 reasons. I don't want you to see my excess skin, and I don't want you to see my sweat stain. I just want to be able to take my shirt off and feel like I'm a male. At what point will this end? At what point will I just have a normal body and this will end?
Michael joins us now, and I got so much respect for you.
Thank you.
Welcome, Michael.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
And you've been on this journey, and it sounds like so many ups and downs. I'm curious where you're at right now.
I absolutely think that I'm a food addict. And the thing about food addiction, it's so gnarly because you have to eat to live. You know, you don't have to do heroin to live. So it's been a day-to-day struggle. Even though I've lost the weight, I have the skin issue. And what's really hard about the skin problem is I've already had 2 surgeries. I don't know what's worse. Is being overweight worse, or is having a deformed body the bigger problem?
And then also, you mentioned just sweating profusely ever since you lost the weight.
Absolutely. Well, because I feel like I have a tire, like a blanket wrapped around my chest and my back, essentially. So even right now, like this shirt I'm wearing is a dangerous shirt because I can feel the sweat stains are happening. So it starts kind of under my arm because I have a roll, essentially, that I can't put my arms all the way down. So the sweating begins and it kind of is like a helmet. The heat, you know, goes over my head, and it's to the point where I have to keep my room what I like to call Vegas cool. It's 60 degrees, no matter what, like a casino. And, you know, it doesn't matter if it's 30 degrees outside. I'm still sweating profusely, and it's gotten to the point where I have my trusty makeup pad, which is absolutely fantastic, because I was wiping my face down with, you know, towel or, you know, a piece of like a napkin, and I was getting little things caught on my face. So a makeup artist like, use the makeup pad, and it's changed my life completely. But I have to be upfront about it because, you know, I'm sitting in my boss's office, she's like, you're sweating profusely, Michael. And I'm like, you know what, it's just, I have a sweating disorder.
I'm suspecting that this excessive sweating is just sort of the continuum of what you have been through, the trauma in your life. You went to food, you used food as sort of that fix, you binge ate, and so typically that people with binge disorder do have a history of, you know, a abuse event, a sexual abuse event, that turning to food helps them sort of erase that or sort of put a blotter on it.
Well, the thing is, when I was a child, food was the only thing I could control. I couldn't control being sexually abused. I couldn't control the issues I had with my mother and father. I couldn't control my father from making fun of me or my mother from continuously making fudge or cookies or anything like that. But I could control binge eating. And it gave me a sense of comfort. You know, when I binge eat, and I even say that today, even though it's been a while, it could happen at any point. But when I binge eat, it's disassociation. I'm gone. I'm temporarily okay. But you know, another big reason why I wanted to share this story is because I joined Weight Watchers at 9 years old. And it was me, at the 9-year-old male, me and 50, 40-year-old ladies. There was no me. And I'm thinking to myself, there has to be males who struggle with this. Weight And body dysmorphia, that's not just a female problem. So I wanted to come here because I guarantee you there's a Michael out there who just thinks this is only a women's issue, and I'm alone.